Shane's house, a modern masterpiece of glass and steel nestled in an affluent Norfolk neighborhood, stood as a testament to his carefully constructed facade. Inside, however, the air crackled with a tension that belied the pristine exterior. Alice lay sprawled on a plush Persian rug, her body a battlefield of conflicting sensations. Shane, his face a mask of panicked indifference, watched her from the shadows, his breath shallow and ragged. He had pushed her too far this time, the lines of cocaine too frequent, too potent. He'd wanted control, a fleeting sense of power, but now he was faced with the terrifying reality of his actions. The opulence of the house seemed to mock his fear, the expensive furniture a silent witness to his cowardice. Alice's world had dissolved into a swirling vortex of fragmented images and distorted sounds. The sleek, minimalist lines of the living room spun and warped, the designer furniture morphing into grotesque shapes. Her heart hammered against her ribs, each beat a painful reminder of her fading consciousness. The drugs had unleashed a torrent of memories, not her own, but echoes of other lives, other realities. Faces flickered in the darkness, their eyes filled with a haunting familiarity. Landscapes shifted and morphed, their beauty twisted into grotesque parodies. She saw herself as a warrior, her hands stained with blood, her eyes blazing with a fierce determination. She saw herself as a lover, her body entwined with another, their passion a burning inferno. She saw herself as a goddess, her power radiating outwards, her presence commanding the very fabric of existence. Then the images began to coalesce, forming a single radiant figure. A centaur, his eyes filled with gentle strength, his presence radiating an aura of ancient power. It was Karti. A wave of emotion crashed over her, a tidal wave of love, loss, and longing. The name escaped her lips, a desperate cry tearing through silence. "Karti!" she screamed, her voice raw and broken, yet filled with an undeniable power. The word echoed through the opulent living room, a catalyst, a trigger, a call across the veil. On the astral plane, the pure god Karti, who had been searching for his missing piece for centuries, felt a jolt, a sudden surge of energy that resonated with his very essence. He had been waiting for this day, for this call, for this awakening. She has spoken my name, he thought, his heart pounding with an ancient anticipation. My other half, she is near. Meanwhile, in a quiet corner of Norfolk, Virginia, a man stirred in his sleep. His name was Byron, a white man with green eyes and sandy brown hair, a quick, easy smile that usually lit up his face. But tonight, a change was coming. He woke with a gasp, his heart racing, a strange sense of urgency filling him. He felt different, awakened, as if a long-dormant part of himself had suddenly come alive. "Karti," he whispered, the name echoing in his mind, a name he didn't recognize, yet felt deeply connected to. Back in a haze-filled room, Alice's cry had cut through the fog of her drug-induced state. The name Karti had ripped through her mind, and she was now very lucid. She was confused by the name, but she knew it was important. She felt a magnetic pull, an irresistible force drawing her towards something, someone she couldn't explain. Her body still trembled, her breathing shallow, but her mind was clear, her senses heightened. She could hear the frantic beating of Shane's heart, the shallow rasp of his breath. She could smell the fear radiating from him, the guilt that clung to him like a shroud. She looked at Shane, her eyes filled with a cold, unwavering intensity. "What did you do?" she whispered, her voice barely audible, yet filled with a chilling power. The call from Alice had awakened Byron, his other half, to his true purpose. The pieces of Karti's soul, separated for centuries, were drawing closer, their reunion imminent, their power about to be unleashed.